Asmongold released a video that says Lost Ark is actually insane. Yeah, I mean insane. Lost Ark is actually insane. I am thinking about playing this game. And actually, I'm starting on March. I just want to know that this is really worth playing. Let's actually watch this video.
Lost Ark is actually insane. Here we go, boys. Let's watch it.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Damone, and welcome back to another video. Today, I know we're going to be talking about Lost Ark. So, oddly enough, I had no intention of playing Lost Ark for any extended amount of time. People have been talking about Lost Ark as long as I can remember, and it's never really seemed like my kind of game because I don't typically play isometric, top-down, click-to-move type games.
I think there's a lot of people that were in that position, right? Where like as soon as they saw the way the game played, they thought to themselves, "Oh man!" But it's like this game it's an isometric game. I don't know if I can get into it, etc. And I remember whenever I played Diablo 3 for the first time, I felt the same way going into it, like click to move, because it like whenever you see and you hear click to move, you think to yourself, "Oh fuck." Like this is like it's gonna be exhausting to do that. But it was actually totally fucking fine to me.
Really been my style.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. So it's a click to move thing. For me, this is not a new thing because I play I play Dota 2. Dota 2 is fully click to move, and once I'm comfortable with that, it's great. Like I don't even feel like doing that, but I don't know how it works in MMORPG because if you look at World of Warcraft, it's like WSD, like you move with the arrow kind of thing. So I don't know like how this game is gonna work. Lost Ark. I think once you get used to it, it feels like natural, like the same way I feel in Dota 2. Now let's see.
Yeah, I was
However,
the same way.
I told my guildmates after I pre-ordered the game that I was going to give the game a fair shake, and that ended up being a mistake. So for the past 3 days, I've played Lost Ark for about 60 hours, and things have been very interesting. I've borderline fell in love with the game. Now, I don't know if this is just a
Holy
phase,
shit.
but a lot of the features and additions and stuff that's going on in Lost Ark are just amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about that today, not going too far in depth, just because for those of you guys who are going to be playing for the first time today, I don't really want to spoil a lot for you guys, so we're going to keep it to a minimum. Before we get into this, guys, I just want to let you guys know, no, I'm not quitting New World. Just taking a little break. It's February, nothing's really
That's
going
how I
on,
got into Damone Kim's videos, is that he was one of the only guys that was making good New World content. So I was like, well, fuck, I'm going to watch this guy. And like, yeah, the thing is, like, what's good about New World is that there's like no like annual fee. There's nothing you have to do, right? You bought New World. You already own the game, man. Like it's your fucking game. So if you don't want to play the game that day for whatever reason, then you just don't play the game that day. You see what I'm saying? So like that's a good thing. I think a lot of people always, shit on New World, and how much of this is deserved? A good amount. But I think that there's also a factor that New World does have it has a value of you can go back to it and play it whenever you want. I think that's a good thing, man. You own the right to enter the servers. Amazon can revoke that at time at any right. Yeah, I know. Listen, like I understand what the difference between like ownership and licenses. I get that, but like for all intents and purposes, you own the game.
It's bug month, so we probably won't see any new content until March, like mid-March, late March probably. So I'll be playing Lost Ark.
Because like the thing with New World is that they like this next patch coming up is not gonna be. It's just gonna be like a bug. It's going to be like a bug fix and just like a finalizing patch. Like, okay, this patch is basically done. Everything like that is good. Change the video quality. Let's see. I mean, video quality says auto 1080p. I feel like it might have just been uploaded maybe with lower quality. I'm not really sure. And also, like, a big reason why quality can sometimes be lower here is that the way encoding works is that the more different effects that are on a screen, the worse the encoding is and the worse the pixelation is. A good example of this, the bitrate is, a good example of this is if you ever watch Juices, it's Juices from, from Path of Exile. He actually made a video that was made a video where he made a build that was intentionally designed to lower the encoding bitrate of his stream so bad that watching the video was terrible.
Most likely. Probably log in if we got to do wars and stuff for New World and covering like basic news and stuff and changes. But outside of that, I will not be participating in New World until probably March. All right, so.
Damn, I can't believe that Amazon paid him to quit New World and play Lost Ark. That's why he quit it. It's because Amazon paid him. That must be what it is. Tell it 720p. Sure, I'll force it right now. If you guys really want to see it, we're gonna do it right here. And
March. All right, so anyway, let's get into this Lost Ark thing.
It's obviously a paid actor.
Currently the game's under maintenance as it get ready for launch. As I said before, I had no intention of playing this game. I thought that when I logged into the game, you know, especially after playing Dying Light 2, as we wait for New World to get its things together, that I was going to log in, play for like 30 minutes, pick a character, rule that the game wasn't for me, and then turn it off and move on with my life. However, as I started to play for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, eventually 60 hours, things started to get crazy. The thing that I loved about the game, or currently love about the game, is as things continue to unfold, the depth of the systems that are currently...
The depth of the systems is fucking right. The depth of the systems is just disgusting. Like, it actually, like, each system, it's kind of like... You know what, going through, like, learning about the systems of Lost Ark is like, it's like you're in the ocean, you're the Titanic, and you just keep hitting icebergs. You think, oh, it's not that big, and then boom, you're down at the fucking ocean, at the bottom of the floor. And then again, there's another fucking iceberg, and then, oh wait, here's another iceberg. And then, oh, this is an iceberg, but it's made of bombs. And that's how fucking dangerous this one is. It's the card system. That's the way it is, man. The systems in this are fucking nuts. I'll move my character again. Yeah, thank you.
Things like being able to fully customize your builds for your characters. Like, truthfully. Like, things you have to pay attention to, like stats, skill modifications. And not just something simple like, you know, oh, it's going to add a bleed to the attack. But actually changing the visual appearance of the ability. Hidden skills or new skills, ultimate abilities that you find only by doing your quests and progressing the story and going through class specific missions that give you certain things. Things like being able to build your own city and fashion workers, having a boat, sending a ship out, managing a crew.
Fashion workers. That's good. Look at his face. Look at his face whenever he says it, dude. You know exactly what he's fucking trying to say, man. Yeah, there's a whole lot of it. Oh my god. Same hairline? Yo, chill, dude. Listen, somebody in chat, I saw them ask, how many of you guys are 30-year-old men who are neglecting your wives to watch Asmongold and play Lost Ark? And, like, I was just thinking, like, that's really, like, all the time, like, every time that I see somebody in real life, it's always, like, a 20, 30, maybe 40-year-old guy, and he's like, wait a second, honey. I have to go say hi to Asmongold. And then he goes over to me, yo, big dick, man. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? How you doing? And, like, that's always what it is. And I can look over there, and their wife's there at the cart. She's like basically like that, man. It's so fucking funny.
Exploring a vast world that we only have a fraction of because, you know, the game's been out for a few years in Korea, and they only gave us a portion of it. But even the portion that they gave us is, quite honestly,
it's a whole lot.
Overwhelming. There's so much content to the game, and about every 10 levels or so, they just start to roll everything out. Another thing that I really loved about the game is that most games make you wait till about level 60 or whatever close to level cap is before you start to experience any relevant content. However, I found myself faced with
I looked at his character, and remember what I said about how people wanted to have characters, you know, they do like the idealized version of themselves. Look at his hairline, man. Like, Damone is in the same situation that I am, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the same damn situation. And like, this is why we like fantasy games. Like, that's the straightest damn hairline. And the thing is, probably whenever Damone was in high school, he had a hairline like this. You know, like, you go back to the pictures like that, that's what it used to be like. Like, I don't know how the fuck, like, how this happened. And like, you go back to my pictures in high school, and like, my hair was totally fucking fine. Yeah, real and true. I know, I see this shit all the time. Can you link the video? Yeah, I always link it at the end of the video. At the end of the reaction. Denari, Final Fantasy 14, thank you very much for the 5 subs. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, man.
my first open world raid boss at about level 20. Mind you, I'm hitting for about 300 damage at this point, 200 damage, and I stumble upon a boss bar that just pops up on my screen. The salt giant that I fought.
Give me 1 second, guys, if you don't mind. I think that we have a slight delay in the audio, and I'm going to restart my sound recording device. We have a very, very slight delay in the audio. Because whenever I paused it there, it didn't automatically end the audio. It's 0.5 seconds. Yeah, don't worry, guys. This is fine. It's just recapturing the imaging. I'm telling you guys, like, I started using a 2 PC setup a little while ago, and it was honestly the best decision I've ever made. It was the best decision I have ever fucking made. 2 PC setup just completely changes your life.
I basically had 1.3 million HP, and as a level 20,
this is better.
it's a little scary. But I was really, really excited when other people that are running around doing quests in this MMO started to show up. We all helped each other and tried to survive as long as we could, and then we successfully beat this boss, and it was a very, very satisfying feeling. Another thing that I enjoyed about this is the variety of bosses. So not just like 2 or 3 bosses with like rehash animations. We're talking unique dungeons, unique bosses, like I don't even know, like 100 bosses. Insane, right?
That's actually one of the things that I wish Final Fantasy had more of, is I wish Final Fantasy had more, there were more bosses. Like, it's disappointing to me that like we only get, was it like 12 bosses for the raid? Like, I'd love to get more fucking bosses, man. Like, imagine if they brought out 12 every single boss. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But, like, I would love to get fucking more bosses. It would be great. Quality is greater than quantity? Yeah, but I just would want more both. Like, what do you want me to say? Yeah.
Just different types, and the dungeon experiences have been pretty crazy thus far. I don't know too much about the crafting yet because I know that's tied into the stronghold, what it's called, where you're able to kind of build your own city.
Yeah.
But as I continue to work on that and unlock new recipes, I'll continue to make videos talking about that as well. The guild system I also like because it's very low commitment. Not that I don't like to go hard or be a try-hard, but it's simple and it helps you understand what needs to be done. So for instance, your guild mates know that you have to contribute a certain amount of coin every single day. It's like 6,000 silver, which is nothing to get, by the way, in order to help get your guild XP. You also have guild quests that you can do to get guild currency, to unlock features for your guild, like guild shops and things like that, which is really, really awesome. Not to mention, they have guild versus guild wars, which I haven't had an opportunity to participate in yet.
The Paladin looks pretty fun to play. Like, just by the way, like, Paladin looks pretty fucking fun to play. This is cool.
Mm-hmm.
These are smaller scale wars, from what I understand, 16 versus 16. They have competitive arena with rank systems and all that stuff, 3v3s, free-for-alls, and things of that nature. And the endgame content is absolutely insane. Yesterday we fought this boss without spoiling it for you guys in a feature called Guardian Raids that wiped the floor with us for 2.5 hours until we figured out the mechanics.
I one-shot him.
They punish you with mechanics like not being able to use over a certain amount of potions or not being able to revive your teammates, which forces you and your team to be on point, and everybody on the team has to understand the individual mechanics of the dungeon or you wipe. Long gone with this game are the traditional roles of the Holy Trinity of tank, healer, or DPS, because everybody
That's one thing I'm really curious about is, like, how are they going to have how are they going to have content without a tank or a healer? Because like whenever I think of MMO content, I'm thinking of like, okay, you've got the tank, you've got the healer, and you do the dungeon. That's just the way it goes. So to not have that is definitely a surprise. You have supports.
Essentially deal damage.
That's true.
There are some support classes, but
Like
healing
Bard,
and tanking
Gun
don't
Lancer.
work the way that you think. It's built
Damn,
on
you
being
one-shot the
self-sufficient
elites?
and understanding your mechanics so you
Jesus.
can be a good individual
Holy fuck,
and make
man.
a solid team, which I really, really like. And for my solo players out there, the beautiful
God
thing about this
damn.
game is that if you don't like to play with anybody else, you can play by yourself.
Yeah.
You can do dungeons by yourself, raids by
You can do it
yourself.
too?
You can fight
Oh,
these
no.
bosses to where the bosses are going to now scale down to you because it's only one person. So for the most part, now there are some some content in the game you are going to need a group, but they do have a matchmaking system, so don't worry about that. Although pugs can be a nightmare, I found out firsthand.
I'm gonna just-
but other than
The
that,
thing to me is like I want to pug. Like I want to pug people because I feel like it adds, it's like bonus, right? You either get Dom or you get Bodegro. You know what I mean? Like it's exciting it's good content. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Well, actually, like Bodegro is a bad example because remember, like we re-invited Bodegro every week, and he was fucking dog shit at mechanics, but we killed every boss with Bodegro.
it's really, really immersive. And while I was playing through the
improved?
story,
Yeah, he did. He
the
figured it out.
cutscenes that I did pay attention to, some of them were just insane awesome. Again,
Yeah.
avoiding spoilers, but as you guys go through the story, there will be some parts that amaze you. The
We've
game
had
to
two
me
of
felt
those.
like a single player RPG as I was going through the game, and I felt like I had a lot of freedom, which is something that I also enjoy about this game, which is the fact that there's
I think
really
that Damone tried to do the same thing that I did. Is like it's hard for somebody that plays Dark Souls because like watch what he did there.
like had a
So
lot
he
of
does that and he rolls right as soon as the red thing hits here. He tries to fucking iframe it, but that's not how it works in this game. You can't iframe because he's probably played Dark Souls. You see? Yeah, it's just like you're so used to doing it, and then you don't do it.
freedom, which is something
You
that
have
I
a sword?
also enjoy
Yeah,
about
with
this
Blink,
game,
right?
which is the fact that there's really no pressure. In a lot of survival games that I'm used to playing or MMOs that I've played before, it's always this ongoing pressure that something needs to get done. We need
Yeah.
to change something.
It's
We need to
almost
do
done.
something. But in this game, you can enjoy at your own pace and still make
Yep.
progress. Because of the insane grind, once you hit level 50, getting to level 60, and then of course the 250 levels
big
for your
boy.
roster, which applies stat boosts and bonuses
Holy
to all
shit,
of the
that does
characters on your
50,000
account.
damage.
It's going to take quite a considerable amount of time in order to get everything done in the game. The
Okay,
exploration in
hold
the
this
game
one.
was insane. You have sea exploration, you have land exploration, you got dungeons, you got all kinds of stuff, you got crafting.
Dude, the best thing today is the day that I get to go sailing. That's the first thing I thought of. CS, yeah. Like I get to go sailing today.
You got trade skills, you got
Well,
gathering,
classic
you have
He's
all
doing-
kinds of things to keep you busy
Jesus.
based on the type of
He's doing
playstyle
Paladin.
that you
He's playing
prefer
Paladin.
playing. If you prefer PvP, you can focus on PvP as early as level 25. It's about level 25 to 28. One thing to keep in mind though, the PvP in this game is completely balanced, meaning everybody's stats are the same. Nobody can have
Yep.
better gear than anybody else in the PvP, specifically the arena. Now, for guild versus guild in open world PvP, such as the PvP islands and things of that nature, then obviously your gear is going to come into play. So you're still going to
really?
want to make sure.
So gear does come into play, but it's only in GVG. Is that right? Oh fuck! I had no idea about that. So we do need to get the best gear in the game. Open world PvP islands. I kind of want to watch a video on that. That's really, really cool. GVG is the Wales Arena. Well, we'll invite Rich and he'll carry us. It'll be fine.
You get the best gear as possible as you kind of move through the game. I found a lot of things that I grew to love about this game,
Yeah.
and every time I continue to play, especially with customization, looking at skill mods, looking at these things called engravings, which dramatically boost the power of your character, there's always seems to be a new feature that pops up every few hours that just surprises me because they're
You can hear like the exhaustion in his face. He's like, "Oh my god!" His voice, like, "Oh god, it's another engravings." There's fucking something else pops up. So, oh my god.
things that I'm not expecting to be in a game, because most game developers, you know, either don't care enough to put them in there, or it's really far down the line on the development pipeline in order to add these quality of life features. We happen to have the benefit of the fact that the game has been out for years already in Korea, so they have a ton of content that's already done, fine-tuned, tweaked, and finished, and just needs to be ported over. Now, the beautiful thing about that is I haven't experienced any bugs at all. I think I had a glitch movement, but I don't know if
that's a good point. Have I gotten a bug? I feel like I haven't. Yeah, I don't think so. I did get a white Cerberus whenever I clicked red. Like, that was so weird. Oh man, that was so weird. I don't know how that happened. That was so dumb. Like, somebody needs to fix that.
That was a bug as much as just maybe a lag spike because there were so many people online, but no bugs is nice. For a long time, I've wanted to play a game that just works as intended. I played Dying Light 2. There were
that's how you can tell he's a New World Andy.
Bugs everywhere. One of the bugs that I encountered on my second playthrough in Dying Light prevented me from finishing the game. Things of that nature. So after a while, you start to wish that you could just play a game as intended, enjoy the content that's present, and just have a good time. And that's what I've been finding with Lost Ark. So with that being said, I wanted to take a little bit of time and let you guys know that I'm going to be playing Lost Ark for quite a while. I'm going to be going quite hard. I'm going to be playing a lot.
All right.
We've been coordinating, getting people together. We're playing on a Xena East, and for those of you guys who are interested, as we wait for these servers to come back. But I have to say that, man, this game, Lost Ark, is absolutely astounding.
So I need to make a guild in that case. Like that, maybe that'd be the first thing we do is I make a guild. Because I haven't done this yet, and like I didn't know there was all this guild v guild shit, right? So like, why don't we actually just make a guild today? That could be fucking fun, man. Yeah, we'll call it No Custers.
Truly amazing. And people will say, hey, is it better than New World? I think at the moment, absolutely. But due to the fact that New World is very, very young and it just doesn't have any content versus Lost.
It's hard to say, like, because New World's been out for what, a few months? And this game's been out for years, and they even said, I think Gold River said in his interview that the release of New World was kind of an L, or sorry, not New World, that too, but like the release of Lost Ark was kind of an L, and they had problems. They had to build it back up. So like, actually, there are a lot of games that have gone through this redemption process.
Ark being out for 3 years already, they have quite a bit more to work with. So again, that doesn't mean I'm going to be quitting New World.
Cool.
I absolutely still have love for the game. Fell in love with New World. There's just nothing going on in New World right now.
Yeah,
so
we're just chilling.
Slide over to Lost Ark's DMs, and we're just going to be playing.
That's the thing is, like, I love New World too. I think it's a great game. Like, I know people get like, why say that? But like, I love New World. I think it's like one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite fucking games, man. But like I have everything maxed. I got all my gathering shit maxed. Like I've got full Voidment gear. Like, is my fucking expertise maxed? No, it's not. I'll probably do that eventually, but I just have been busy doing other shit. You know what I mean? No, New World sucks. That's my opinion, dude. That emote, I love that fucking bird, man. I really do.
Welcome you guys to join me. Please, you owe it to yourself to check this game out. It comes out today. It's free. If you guys didn't buy any Founders Packs, you guys can definitely get in. I'm telling you guys, don't be off-put by the isometrics and click to move like I was, because that's something that almost caused me not to play the game, and I almost missed out on one of the best games I've played in a minute. Like, it's been a great week. I'm talking Dying Light 2 was amazing. Lost Ark, amazing. Like, it's just a great week for gaming, and I'm really excited to get back in the game and play again and just have a good time. So anyway, guys, that's all I wanted to cover today. Just wanted to have a little heart-to-heart with you guys. If you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, definitely let me know in the comment box below, and I'd be happy to assist. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
So anyway, I want to go ahead and I'm going to link this video. So a lot of you guys, we haven't watched a lot of Damon's videos before. Like, really, I've watched a lot of these. Probably scroll down, you'll see like a lot of them I've seen before, especially whenever New World originally came out. And where is it here? Yeah, like, he used to make a lot of fucking videos about New World. Like, this is mainly what he would do, is he would do New World videos, and a lot of these I've already seen. Yeah, and so that's the main thing. Decent with Genshin, horrible with New World. It's hard to say. I don't know what Genshin, like, I never really watched him for Genshin Impact. I have no idea. No Red Bar? Yeah, it might have been on another character, but or another account, because I'm usually on like the Asmongold TV account, or I could have been on Chrome. I don't know, but either way, I've watched a lot of his videos before, and he's definitely a good content creator. I would recommend, if you guys want to keep up, especially if you are in New World, Andy, he will probably be the guy that if anything happens in New World, that's probably who you should keep up with and watch. I'll look at this one real quick, see if there's any bullshit that I missed out on, and then I think that it's time for us to actually start playing the game, because I am getting level 50 today. Let's go.
What's going on, guys? Vulcan here, and today we are officially in the Western release of Lost Ark, and I am super excited. There is so much packed into this game, and I am just literally in my element, and I love it. So this video is going to be a quick one. We're going to be going over a lot of the user interface settings and kind of these little ins and outs that you might not know about. So really, this is just a big list of things that people have asked me about because they're curious on where to find it, or even if the game has it. And unfortunately, Lost Ark's settings menu doesn't really do a good job of kind of directing players on where they need to go to do certain things. So we're going to go ahead and go through some of those frequently asked questions, starting with how can you make your overlay map more transparent? So if you press tab, you're going to open up your overlay
scroll,
map.
right?
And if you click on your middle mouse button, you can actually move it around, so you don't, it doesn't have to sit right here, right in the middle.
See, for me, like, I have no problem having it in the middle, but I usually just press the the map button. It's fine with me. But like, you can do that. Tab, opens up a mini map. A lot of people don't know that.
But the problem is, some people really like to have their map very transparent, or not so.
That way you can play with it on.
So what we're gonna do is over in the upper right-hand corner, we have a transparency button. Now this is going to make both the mini map and your overlay map less transparent.
I did not know that at all.
Bottom, it's more transparent. So you can kind of find a happy medium on what really you're looking for, but that is something that a lot of people have asked me about. This is an easy way to do it, but again, it's just not something that's really kind of in your face.
That's really
useful. The next thing we're going to talk about is something that is going to affect people who might have color blindness or issues seeing their cursor on their screen. So you can see right now I have the default cursor, which is just the kind of red and gold looking one.
Yeah.
So if you actually hold Control on your keyboard and scroll your mouse wheel, you can change your cursor.
Yeah, I've seen this one before. I know about this one.
You can go back to the original one. So really,
the red cursor is the Chad cursor, by the way. That's the best one.
Now the next thing I want to talk about is actually changing your AFK timer. So this is something that's
you can do that?
Once again, buried in a whole bunch of stuff. But if you're somebody who frequently has to leave the game for 15 minutes at a time and then come back and play, this is going to help you avoid having that AFK tag. So what you want to do is you want to open up your settings and you want to go down to Controls and Display. And then from here, you want to scroll all the way down until you hit UI, and you'll see AFK settings. You can go all the way up to 60 minutes. Now, I don't know if this affects your server kickout time.
Okay, so it doesn't make it to where you can turn it off. You can just take it all the way up to 60 minutes. Okay, that's fine.
But this is something to keep in mind.
That's great. I had no idea.
You don't want to have that AFK setting or AFK tag constantly popping up in your guild list or your friends list. So the next thing I want to talk about is how to show latency, because really it's right here. So under UI, there's show network latency. Right now it's on show delay, and this is just going to show, hey, if you're like 200 milliseconds, it'll show you. But if you're somebody who always wants to see what your network latency is, you can actually hit always show, hit apply, and it'll appear down here next to your roster. So the last thing I'm going to show in the actual settings menu itself is how to switch your left click and right click. So once you're in settings, go to hotkeys.
I thought you had that at the beginning of the game.
Now here's the thing. You look at this and it looks like, oh man, I can't change these, right? It has this lock icon.
Oh, wow.
Stuck.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
It's actually this toggle box right here. Attack with right click.
Oh.
If you click this, you can see these flip. And if you activate it, they flip back.
Wow.
So it's just one of those small things where if you don't know what you're looking for,
how the fuck did I not know this?
Find it, because again, it's not something that's like Would you like to switch left click and right click? Instead, it's just attack with right click.
Oh my god.
Now, the last two things I want to show are kind of minor things, but again, a lot of people have asked about them. So the first one is, how do I claim Founders Packs in Twitch drops?
Okay.
So in order to do that, up here in the upper left-hand
I
corner,
actually don't even
you're
know
gonna
how
see
this
little
works.
White box that's going to have like an arrow coming in.
Oh.
You can see I have 2 items. This is your product inventory. So if you click that, you can see I have a battle chest. 2 of the
So
same
this is
ones,
where I'll get
actually,
my bonus
and
Cerberus.
1 character per account. I can either check that to
Well,
claim
fuck
both
yeah.
of them. I can just claim one at a time. But this is where your founder pack will be. This is where your Twitch drops will be. So again, if you unlock those things, check here, and this is where you actually redeem them. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is something that's not necessarily UI related, but it is something that a lot of people kind of glaze over, and that's the Procyon compass.
Mhm.
So over here underneath your minimap, you have some buttons to click on. There's a compass one right here. If you click this is actually going to show you some pretty cool stuff. These are all things that you can do that are throughout the world. So you have field bosses, you have ghost ships, you have chaos gates, you have adventure islands. And if you click on these, it'll actually show you the schedule of when these things are going to show up. So Ignatius here is an eye level 380. He's going to
Okay.
be there on the 11th, and you can actually click the location to see where he is.
What the fuck?
Now, this is really cool because this is something that a lot
That's
of people
insane.
kind of hit, I'll say like a lull, or they don't really know what to do. They're like, well, you know, I ran through all my chaos.
Dude, I had
dungeons,
no
did my
idea
stronghold
about
stuff.
this.
I'm kind of done on the questing thing
And
right
it
now,
tells you when they're
but I
gonna
don't
spawn?
really know what to do. Open up Procyon's compass and check out some ghost ships, check out some chaos gates.
Wow.
And find some things to do that are going to be interactive, but they'll also show you some really cool rewards too. So if you have this Twisting Phantom Legion for a 302 that's going to be coming tomorrow, you can see you get a Rift Piece, a Secret Map, a Rage Rune, and any card pack from this. So it's going to be something that you want to go out and actually complete.
Yeah.
And you can actually just click through all these things here too. So you don't have to click on each button or anything like that. But this is just something cool that I always tell new players about, that I always tell, really just ask
Dude,
them,
that's
hey,
so
you know,
useful.
Procyon's compass is.
Wow.
And if they say no, I'll take a moment.
Yeah, like stuff like that really helps a lot. Like, you know what this almost reminds me of? It reminds me of like WoW, and the add-ons are built into the game. That's great. Someone like the video? Yeah, I will after this.
But everybody, that is kind of my tips and tricks for the user interface. I hope this has helped some of you who might have been looking for a certain setting or how to do a certain kind of little thing. So hopefully that's helped. But thank you all so much for all the support. I really appreciate it. I have a ton more Lost Ark content coming your way. So if you're interested in kind of keeping up on all that, be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. And a like doesn't hurt either. Thank you all so much. This has been Vulcan, and I'll talk to you next time.
Damn, that's super useful.
Okay guys, thanks for watching. What do you guys think about this video? Put it in the comment section. See you guys on my next video.